Destiny crew, Carl Spreedy's here. Thanks for joining me for another Side Destiny Daily Dose. Decide to not let distractions throw you off course. Now, this doesn't mean becoming harsh or callous to events in the world or things going on in other people's lives or challenges and hardships and things that are changing and things that we all have to deal with. What it actually means is taking those outer forces and molding them with our inner purpose so that we can strive to solve the things that we're trying to solve and contribute and add and create solutions and help people along the way and find the answers. So just avoiding distractions doesn't mean that you cut off, callous, and you don't care. What it actually means is that you care enough to give of your best self. You care enough to dive deep into your inner self and be able to pull out the resources that you are fostering, that you're building, that you are growing within yourself to be able to help others. But first, you've got to fill up your own cup. And in the filling up your own cup, you've got to look at certain things, such as how many distractions are throwing you off course, how many distractions are actually knocking you off your journey, that are actually deterring you from, not just deterring you, but actually totally overwhelming your system and taking you away from the activity you're supposed to be doing. So there's a few things that we can learn that really help us along this way is to look at acting in purposeful behavior. So look at all your actions in your day. Okay, this is what I did to earn the money. This is what I did to, please this relationship. This is what I did to make sure that I'm a stellar citizen. This is what I did because this person or this thing or this entity wanted to control my actions in these ways. This is what I did to make sure that I, have enough, resources here and over there. So all the different things. Okay, great. What of those actions you took are purpose behaviors? What are they? Which ones of them are purposeful behaviors? Are they behaviors that are towards your life mission, towards you, arriving at the destination of your life mission? How many of those behaviors in your day to day are contributing towards that, are adding towards that, are keeping the inner burning flame of passion of your life mission going? That's what you have to think about when you've got all these distractions, and it really does help you out with not getting lost in the mundane and not getting lost in the repetitiveness and not getting lost in the there's this drama and that drama, this distraction and that distraction. Focusing on your purposeful behaviors that you're actually acting out in the day can really lift your spirits, lift your consciousness, and can actually have you interacting with life in a whole different way. One of the things as well is feelings. Feelings usually have us jumping into a distraction. I've got all this work to do, but I feel like checking my notifications, and then we click on a notification. Thank goodness that notification is no longer waiting for me. That email is no longer waiting to be tended to me. We're beholden to technology, at the demands of technology. So to be able to remove those distractions from our lives, we've got to look at other ways of living. And one of those other ways of living, or one of those other ways of approaching those distractions are, of course, your purposeful behavior. And then second, looking at the action first, and then letting that take care of the behavior afterwards. So we might go in terms of our feelings. I don't feel like it. I feel too tired to go for a run. I feel too tired. I don't feel like taking care of my health today. I don't feel like all these sorts of things, right? And so then we don't do them. And then we just go on this downward spiral. And so one of the ways to look at it is look at the action. Shift your mind from the feeling. And I know it's incredibly hard because feelings are incredibly powerful and they're incredibly controlling over our actions. But shift your mind from the feeling towards the action. And this is where people say, Robinson, I think she was saying something about the 5-second rule, 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And then also people say, put your shoes out, put your clothes out, so then you don't have to think about it. Because the bigger the gap you allow between idea and action, the more unlikely it's going to happen. The more likely you're going to go into your feelings and emotions, and then what's going to happen is you're going to go pick up that device. You're going to get into technology. You're going to look for little things that you can tick off on those devices, little digital, I guess, to-do lists that you're ticking off, but not actually going for that walk outside, being in nature, making that juice calling that loved one, going and seeing that loved one. So really consider, what are the things that I'm allowing feelings to take over, and how can I actually shift my mind from the feelings to the actual activity. I noticed this as well with photography. In photography, if you get distracted by lights, by all these different things, by people trying to call you, it messes you up. So what I would often do is I would put my phone on airplane mode when I would go out and take photographs. So that I would be, if I was doing street photography, so I'd be focused. I know the end mission. What's the life mission here? What's the purpose of this? What's the behavior? What's the purpose behavior here? Okay, so the purpose is to get awesome photographs. Great. Let me put all the energy, all the consciousness, all the mind power into that. And in order to do that, you have to rid yourself from distractions. Another great thing to do is to change your environment. Move distractions out of your environment. When you open a tab, you only open one, when you open your internet, you only have one tab, or you have 2 or 3 tabs that you're working with. Because it's so easy to just be overwhelmed with distractions, because we have options with technology and we have digital options in our day. So just be aware that those digital options can actually shackle us into a free fall of distractions. So just be aware of that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. Make sure that you're not allowing distractions in the world, in your environment, in your day-to-day to throw you off course. Throw you off course of your life mission. Throw you off course of your destiny. Throw you off course with what you were sent here to do. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. Share it around with anyone you might know who's dealing with distractions, or rather not dealing with distractions. Share it around with them. And as always, guys, remember, decide your destiny.